We're doing it, though. Woodward Sports Chat Thread, DNC ENT. We need the Raiders to go 1-2 max before the trade deadline to have a chance at Maxx Crosby. That's it. In the news, it's one of those things, Flannel. It just won't go away. And then the second it starts to go away, Maxx Crosby, speaking to the media, said, I'm not here to rebuild. I'm here to win. So I don't know whatever that means, but I'm here to win now. Wherever I'm going to be there to win. That's all that matters to me. Is he planting the seeds? Is he getting his Aaron Rodgers on to some degree?
Big facts.
The reason he says that is because he's not going to win with the Raiders. That's why we look into it. You're talking about a team. He's probably looking around and being like, okay, they just traded Devontae Adams. Your quarterback situation is Gardner Minshew. Now it's Aiden O'Connell.
And they're 2-4. Yeah. And the defense has missed 83 tackles this year. They played 6 games.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, yeah, run that video.
I'm not here to rebuild. I'm here to win. So, I don't know whatever that means, but yeah, I'm here to win now, and wherever I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be here to win. So that's all that matters to me.
You hear Detroit right now just going.
I'm salivating. Some may say I'm quarter Chubb right now. Like, I just need it to happen. I need it to happen.
Trending towards third? Third?
Trending towards third. Like I said, if you trade for Maxx Crosby, you would have top 3 odds to win the Super Bowl this year.
Bring him home.
You would be the overwhelming favorite to win the Super Bowl next season.
Bring him home.
With the defensive line of Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Ali
McNeil,
and Maxx Crosby.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. You would have the best offensive and defensive line in the NFL next season. You'd be unstoppable. You would be a juggernaut, like of the likes that we haven't seen in a long time.
It's hard to argue.
Would they combine to get 60 sacks next year?
They could combine to get 40.
70.
Probably not 70.
It's a little aggressive.
That's a little aggressive.
62.
They're both breaking the sack record.
But they could combine for around 40 sacks next year. And that's realistic.
Spenny, I'm with you. I've always been with you. And if you're Maxx Crosby and you're looking around at the situation that I presented you and you continue to present as well, you're one of the best players who currently plays in the National Football League, and you can't win where you're at.
Yes.
That's got to be incredibly frustrating. And it just so happened that a team that very much can win just suffered a catastrophic injury and has some available cap space. All I'm saying is that team that I watched play the Dallas Cowboys before Aiden Hutchinson went down was the best team in the National Football League. Yes. Not the Chiefs, not the Niners, the Detroit Lions. However, they are not the same said team without Aiden Hutchinson. They go to me from being the Super Bowl favorite to a team that can't win the Super Bowl. And that might sound a little bit, I know a lot of people on Wake Up Woodward think that I'm doom and gloom, but it's the defensive player of the year that just is vaporized, at the very least for the regular season and probably 2 potential playoff games, along with what already happened to Marcus Davenport.
I agree.
Bring Maxx Crosby home, or the like. For the record, Maxx Crosby's the hot name. Myles Garrett,
there's plenty of options.
Just as happy.
I mean, if you're even talking about like a Son Reddick or a Trey Hendrickson or a Harold Landry, those to me are the names, of course, Landry, Hendrickson, and Reddick being a little bit less, that with Crosby and Garrett, you could actually replace Hutch's production, and with Landry, Hendrickson, or Hassan Reddick, if they're at the top of their game, they can come really damn close, and in some cases even at least duplicate the sack numbers. So yes, Crosby is just one of many, but the fact that he actually spoke after a very long time of him saying, I don't want to be traded, Mark Davis saying he's not going to be traded, now he says this, that's why it's such a big deal.
Here's why it's a big deal to me, Flannel, if you would allow me to opine for a second.
Absolutely.
Yes. Pontificate.
You know why I like it? And why I believe, just based off those words, like this is getting real. Here's why. Because if he comes out publicly and says, I only want to go to the Lions, make the deal happen, that drops the price. It's an old-fashioned lesson in supply and demand.
Yep.
If there is no demand outside of the Lions, the price drops. This is where, if you want me on board with this, because I said the line was 3 draft picks. I know you got analysts in this town that are getting ridiculous.
3
and stuff
draft
like
picks
that.
or 3 of the ones.
I understand that. Whatever, that's your prerogative, which is weird because I learned the value of draft compensation from those same analysts. But whatever, anyway, I digress. Here's the deal. When you have a narrow market, i.e. Maxx Crosby saying, I only want to go to Detroit, I'm in. I'm in all the way because the price drops, because there's no competition.
Yeah.
There's no competition because he's not going anywhere else. That's it. So here's what we need to do. Instead of taking the circular route, I need Maxx Crosby to just step through and take the shortcut and go to the office and say, look, I'm going to Detroit. I'm going to Detroit. You make it happen. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm only going to Detroit, so you make it happen. And I don't care what that means. I'm out. You already traded Devontae Adams. We're 2-4. The defense that I play on, where I'm one of the best players in the league, has missed 83 tackles in 6 games.
Jesus
Yeah, that's nuts.
Christ.
I got to get out of here. Get me out of here. But I'm only going to Detroit. Now, I don't care what that looks like for you and your little salad bowl haircut, Mark. It doesn't matter to me. Get me to Detroit. That's what matters. Bring them home. Bring them home.
So are you saying that there is a potential pathway to the Lions fleecing the Raiders for Maxx Crosby?
Absolutely.
But Maxx Crosby's got to be the one to facilitate it.
Sure.
And I'll tell you what, we got a little bird in the Lions locker room. Amik Robertson. Pick up the phone and start texting. If you get suspended for tampering, Bald Soldier, I believe in you.
Yeah,
you're right.
You know what? We know what we do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we salute you.
I'm not going to pour any out, but
to come get
We need everything.
Yes.
Need everything. Amik Robertson start texting and be like, hey, shit's pretty cool over here.
Hey,
Just start sending him Snapchats. So you guys in the locker room vibing after wins.
AG cool as hell, dog.
Yeah, AG's pretty cool. You love Dan Campbell.
We're talking about and I get it hasn't happened yet, but the potential of somebody like Maxx Crosby instantly making the Lions Super Bowl favorites. Instantly. Again, after they were and now they aren't. And you mentioned next year. Are you kidding me? That would be on paper the best edge rusher duo in NFL history.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, I'd have to do a little more research to confirm that, but I can't think of one off the top of my head, and I certainly can't think of one in the NFL right now. And it's funny, you kind of alluded to it. Me thinking about a potential of an Aiden Hutchinson and Maxx Crosby bookend edge rushers, I will no longer be a musket. I will have to go to the doctor every day because it would always last for 4 hours. That's what it would be.
It would be 4 hours, 6 times a day.
Right.
Fully auto.
Bow, bow,
Musket's
bow.
going fully auto. I love it, dude. I honestly
The musket's gone off.
the musket's going full auto.
Graduated into the 21st century.
It's become an assault musket.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm so excited.
Bang, bang.
This needs to happen. It really needs to happen for my physical health. You know, it would be better if it didn't, but I don't care. I'll put my life on. And I've been saying it on heavyweights, he's the perfect culture fit, too. Everybody talks about culture and Dan. He's the ultimate Dan Campbell guy.
That's a
he's
fact.
like if Aiden Hutchinson grew up on 8 Mile. That's what Maxx Crosby is. We need, dude.
He went to Eastern, for Christ's sake.
Think of the names. We me and Easy are calling them the White Walkers, with Hutch and Crosby on the
White
edge.
Walkers.
Wow.
wow.
White Castle.
White Castle.
Oh, my God.
Whatever you want to call. They would be insane.
That would be an insane Woodward shirt.
Yes.
White Castle with 97 and whatever number Max wants to wear here.
97, and like Flannel said, the best. It'd be the best.
White Castle
pass rushing
established
duo,
97, 98.
Yeah, in the NFL, in NFL history, other than Reggie White and whoever was across for him, or Lawrence Taylor and whoever was across from him. It's two of the top 3 edge rushers in the NFL right now.
Jason Kenya, with Neil's take, it would take a second, and Houston for Crosby. Jason, no, live in reality, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Everything's not an absolute. But I would not be shocked if he walks in and says, I'm only going to Detroit, Jason. Do you understand how business works, Jason? This is the real world. If he can't go anywhere else, it can only be Detroit. Mm-hmm. The price goes down, bro. That's just the way that it is.
And hey,
I'm on board for this now.
Varys, speaking of little birds, Varys in the Woodward Sports chat. It's spelled different than Varys from Game of Thrones. But he said, Spenny, did you see your boy Jay Cutler arrested for DUI and gun charges? I
First
did.
segment.
Yeah.
I did. First segment.
You spent 7 minutes on
All
it.
right, glazing the guy.
That's my guy.
Go ahead, glaze Jay Cutler real quick.
Greg B, good morning. Big D just tuned in. Good morning. Ben Sarro, Dwight Freeney, and Robert Mathis. That's 50% of what we're talking about right there.
And no disrespect, they were damn good.
They were great.
But,
Yeah.
but we're talking about two of the no doubt top 5 edge rushers in the NFL on the same team.
Yes.
Maybe you could even stretch it to where they are the actual top 2.
I think they are the
They
top
could
two.
be, yeah.
Like, you put TJ Watt is the only, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, that's your top 4.
Yeah.
Are Maxx Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett.
The
And
Lions have never had 2 top 5 edge rushers, though.
No.
At one time.
No.
Most
And then
teams
when they
have
did
it.
get one back in the 90s, when they went and did trade and got Pat Swilling, they had him cover running backs in the flat.
Right. Made no sense.
You know why I think even more that this would happen, that this is going to happen, is because we've seen teams try to do this over the past couple years, pair up 2 elite edge rushers, and most of the times it doesn't work out like they think it would. This one will. And Brad Holmes would be the one to make it happen and actually have it work out. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack didn't work out. This is gonna work out if they do it. So Brad Holmes would be the one to be okay, I got the sauce.
Mike G, Lady Janes needs to send Mark Davis a gross of free bowl cuts for life. I'll tell you what. Well, I think I speak for Lady Jane's. I know they're in the other room over there, corporate ownership and corporate management and stuff like that. But I think I speak for them here when I say, you know what? You can have a first and a second, or you can have a first and a fifth. And Mark Davis gets free bowl cuts at any Lady Jane's in the country for life.
They
Is that
would
fair?
love to have him in the chair.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you 2 firsts and Hendon Hooker for Maxx Crosby right now.
I'd be in.
Right now.
In.
Yeah.
In.
I'm in. As
If
long
you're-
as it
if
ain't
you're-
3 first.
You know what? It's a little more than I would like, but if you're giving away your product, your prodigal son,
Yeah. Maybe throw a 5th on there to get Gardner Minshew in return so you have a backup quarterback. But I'm doing that in a heartbeat. And you get Gardner
I'll throw in another
Minshew
second for
and-
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Oh my
Minshew
God.
Mania in Detroit?
We need a backup at that point.
Need a backup. So you throw a little bit of spice on there to get Gardner Minshew or something like that.
And the jorts? It'd be like a trailer park down there at
Oh,
Allen
dude.
Park. It'd be awesome.